Hey everyone, it's Mike from Destinations to Travel, coming to you live today from Universal Studios, Florida. As you can tell by the giant arches over there. Hope everyone's having a nice day. John's on top of things, says, guess you'll be visiting Hollywood Boulevard today, huh? Yep, we will be going over there pretty soon, but we're going to do a lap around the park first like we normally do. Yeah, you're definitely right though, John. Believe me, I ran right over there as soon as I came in today. Yep, Rob, you're on top of it too. So yeah, not a ton of new stuff going on here at Universal Studios Florida since the last time we were out here, but I did see some new merchandise. We spotted some Halloween Horror Nights updates. So we're going to take a look at that, but mostly just a walk around the park to enjoy Universal Studios Florida. It is hot today. It is mid-July in Florida. So, you know, if you're visiting this time of year, get ready for the heat because it's here. Yeah, let's take a walk around the park. We're going to go our normal route here. We'll pop into the Universal Studios store to end today's video when we circle around. I did see some new merchandise in there. It's also very busy here at Universal Orlando Resort. On my way in, I did see that Volcano Bay was at capacity. I got in here probably right around noon. So if you are visiting this time of year and you plan to head to Volcano Bay, which I highly recommend you do. Volcano Bay is incredible. We've done videos from there in the past. You can always go back and check them out. Plus, I plan to get out there again pretty soon. So definitely recommend checking it out. But if you do this time of year, make sure you get over there pretty early because it will hit capacity. So you don't want to be left out. All right, I am seeing some new stuff right now. First off, we talked about this before, but you got this Minions-themed wall in front of what used to be Shrek 4D. We're expecting some sort of Minions-themed attraction in the future. And then we're also seeing some Minions pop up out here. And you can see this used to be Monsters Cafe. All the signs have been taken down. No longer Monsters Cafe. You've got this blue wall out in front with some Minions hanging around here. Let's take a walk down this little corridor here. It's a little bit more narrow than it used to be. Oh, look at that. You got a tug of war going on. They're keeping score. The Minions are losing. You got a frozen Minion over here. A Minionsicle. Cool. So, yeah, we're pretty sure at this point that we're going to get some version of the Minions Cafe where the Monsters Cafe used to be. You know, Minions at work. And then some sort of attraction themed to the Minions right across the way. Speaking of Minions, it was a 70-minute wait for Despicable Me Minion Mayhem when I checked earlier. The wait times are up. Like I said, it is busy here today. So again, visiting this time of year, be prepared to wait, be prepared for some crowds, be prepared to get to the parks early. There is a stage and some netting set up here in the Music Plaza. Not sure exactly what this is for. They have done some sort of soccer event in the past, and this looks like that is probably what it's for. typically done in the summer, so I believe that's probably what that is. You've got this food truck out here. This is probably the arepas. Yep, carnitas, arepas, picadillo. There you go. Ooh, mozzarella arepas. That's new to me. That truck has been around for a while now. They've just been slightly adjusting the menu, depending on time of year. You know, as I said at the beginning that there's not much new going on here at Universal Studios since our last visit, I keep thinking of more and more things. So we'll see some new stuff. You can see more construction wall all the way out here by the Transformers queue, which, by the way, is using extended queue right now. So here's a good example of how busy it is right now. Oof. There you go. Transformers using their extended queue. Usually you'll see, for different events, you'll see them using this area as a bar of some sorts for Halloween Horror Nights, for Mardi Gras, things like that. John has an answer for us. A professional European football club is in town at UR. Oh, yes. So there are a couple of big football/soccer games coming to Orlando, so that could have something to do with it. I know Arsenal, what's today, the 19th? I believe they play on the 20th, 21st? I think it's the 21st and 23rd or something like that. There's a couple of games, so that's probably connected. There you go. Arsenal, and there's another club as well, and I can't remember what the other one is. But there is an Orlando City versus Arsenal game, which is interesting. Pretty exciting. Any soccer fans out there? Or football fans, depending on where you're from. Heading into the New York area of the park right now. We got tonight's show starring Jimmy Fallon, which I believe only had about a half-hour wait when I checked earlier. But that was definitely one of the shortest in both parks. So wait times are up right now. Looks like it's only a 20-minute wait, so that's gone down a little bit. That's good. We've already done a full tour of the tribute store in a previous video, so you can always go back and check out if you want to see all the details. But let's take a quick walk through and see if there's any new merchandise in there that wasn't there before. Excuse me. All right, so first we have the ET room. Let's see if there's anything new in here. Ooh, that air conditioning is nice, I can tell you that. Oh, I haven't seen this. Nice ET flannel shirt. Very cool. What else do we have? ET button down. This is from Cakeworthy. How much is this one? $60. So if you're here for a long visit and you maybe come to this park a couple times with some time in between, definitely worth checking out stores like the Tribute Store, because they do get some new merchandise over the course of their run. We've got the Jaws merch. We've seen these bags before. Let's see if there's any other new Jaws stuff in here. Ooh, I haven't seen this hoodie. Look at this. That's really awesome. Nice and simple. Let's see, is there anything on the back? There's the Jaws logo down here. I like this one a lot. How much is this one? Of course, I live in Florida and don't really need any hoodies. $60. Not bad. And it's soft. We've seen these Jaws Roosevelt shirts before. also love this t-shirt. I might have to pick this up before the tribute store closes. This Amity Boat Tours shirt. Calling back to the classic attraction. And that is $25. Not bad. Excuse me. All right, let's head to the third room here, which is Back to the Future. See if there's any new Back to the Future merchandise in there. Again, we have a full detailed video of the tribute store from probably about a month ago at this point, where we checked out all of the details of it, and there's so much to see. I mean, so many details in this store. So you can go back and check out that video. That's on our YouTube, our Facebook, our Twitter, all of them. Whatever you're watching on now, you should be able to find it there. Speaking of our YouTube channel, by the way, we have a lot of new content going up there, so keep an eye on our YouTube. A lot of stuff I won't talk about right now, but we've done some exciting things recently, so just keep an eye on our YouTube. Lots of new content going up there. Doesn't really look like there's a ton of new merchandise in the Back to the Future room, but still one of the coolest tribute store rooms they've done. And we got the snacks in here. Let's see. Hi, how you doing? Hello. Still might have to try one of these fishbowl cakes in the future. Oh, they have fudge here too. I don't know, the smell of popcorn is just filling this room right now and making me very hungry. You still have your Kong photo op, of course. Giant hand. And then you got some other movies in here, Jurassic Park, Ghostbusters. Even some Psycho down here. So yeah, some few new things in the tribute store. Like I said, if you visit even a week apart, worth checking the store out twice, see if there's some new merchandise. They do and add stuff over time. You hear the scream from Rip Ride Rocket. Let's continue our lap around the park now. Of those three movies that are heavily featured in the tribute store, what's your favorite? E.T., Jaws, Back to the Future. Which one do you prefer? I will easily say, although I love Back to the Future, Jaws is one of my favorite movies of all time, so that's going to be my choice. E.T., I've never really been a big fan. I love the nostalgia of it more than anything else, but love Jaws. We've got the mummy characters out here. I believe they signed their names to us one time. I believe it was Ra, and maybe the other one was Osiris. I don't remember. And by sign, I mean they kind of just charades it out for us. Sharon has a good question. Can store merch be purchased online? So Universal Orlando does have an online shop. If you head to universalorlando.com, you can get there that way. Or, do a quick, I don't know the exact URL, but if you do a quick Google for Universal Orlando shop, you'll find it. And I don't know specifically what merchandise you'll find in there. Typically, you won't find any of the other brands like the Roosevelt shirts or something like that. You're not going to see that on there. But you'll see all the original Universal merchandise online there. Okay, Rob needs to stop watching this right now. Go watch those movies and then come back and catch a replay of this video. Especially Jaws, man. You got to see Jaws. Anyway, we stopped over here because the walls are down in front of Revenge of the Mummy, as you can tell. I believe they were still up the last time we were here, so A little bit of a progress for Revenge of the Mummy. Can't wait to see what this attraction is going to be like when it reopens. We don't have a specific date yet, but it was said summer 2022, so should be any time now. I do know they've made some changes to the Classic Monsters tribute store, so let's see what's been moved around in here. Ooh. Definitely see some changes here. Oh yeah, the Phantom of the Opera area is gone. This is all behind a curtain now. You used to be able to go in there and take your picture with the Phantom. And now look at this. This is all opened up. There's much more space here. And you can actually see the walkway that would come from the exit of the attraction over here. Ah, Sharon is like me, wants the Amityville shirt. Yeah, like I said, I'm going to have to pick that up before that store closes, I think. It'll probably get moved somewhere else afterwards, but this way I don't have to go hunting for it. So the Wolfman is no longer here. There was a cool photo up with the Wolfman, unless he's hiding somewhere and I don't see him. I don't know. You can see all the merchandise is still here. So any of the stuff that you saw in this store previously, you can still come and find it here. But the photo ops are not all here anymore. Now, we are going to have a Halloween Horror Nights house that will feature Dracula, the Wolfman, and the Mummy, who you can find over there. So I'm excited for that one for sure. They've done such a great job with the classic monsters in the last few years, so can't wait to see more of them. John says the Wolfman is gone. I'm hearing some cheering out here. What's going on? Oh, I see. So this street down here is blocked off. So the Blues Brothers show is happening right here, right next to the entrance to the Palace Arcade.
You know what, baby? You better show me some R.E.S.P.
Interesting. Haven't seen a temporary stage for them before. I'm not sure what the construction is going on over here. Sorry, I know the music's loud. But let's head down Sting Alley, see if we can see anything going on over here. Ooh, I don't know which restaurant it is that I'm smelling, but I am hungry. Let's see, is this blocked off over here? Yeah, it looks like it. Interesting. So they're working on that whole street over there. Not sure what's going on. By the way, we saw that Transformers line before. It looks like it's posted at just 60 minutes, so that's not bad. Looks a lot longer than it's actually posted at. And again, construction walls completely block off that road, so that whole section is under some sort of construction. Not sure if that's going to be... Oh, well, John says pavement repairs, which does make sense. I mean, those sorts of things have to happen over time. We did recently have construction happening over in Central Park, and that area looks like those walls are down. So probably just your routine maintenance. Nothing exciting like Horror Nights construction. All right, so we're gonna head towards the San Francisco area. Let's see if there's anything new popping up around there. I haven't heard of anything just yet, so. It is a very nice day out. It looked like, as I was on my way here, it looked like there might be some rain, but not yet, fortunately. But it is definitely hot and humid. So, of course, prepare for that if you're visiting July, August, even into September. Let's see. Oh, this was the Nashville Hot Chicken, mac and cheese, and then a hot honey biscuit. This one has been here for a couple different events. It was there from Mardi Gras. Sharon says very hot and humid there in New Jersey too. Yeah, I know the Northeast has been very hot. And actually, I think this week it's actually going to be hotter there than it is here. Looks like we got a little bit of a line over here at Shea Alcatraz. Guests looking for some beverages to cool them off from the heat. Kind of got back into a corner here. And you got some construction walls over here. Set enhancement in progress. This could actually be a combination of things. This might be some pavement repairs, but also I do see a light truss over there. So there might be some Horror Night stuff going on here right now. I promise this wasn't the only reason I came out here today. I just happened to plan this out and then saw that there was some I'm going to get excited about any Halloween Horror Nights. So, John says hotter in the UK these days also. So there you go. I won't complain about the heat anymore. It's hot everywhere. All right, so I'm going to take a quick lap through Diagon Alley. However, as I've been pointing out, it is very busy in the park today, and we probably won't be able to move through there very well. So we're not going to spend too much time in there because it is always the most crowded area of the park. And I just want to give you guys an idea of what the crowds will look like on a busy day in July. It's not too bad going in right now. Ooh, overwhelming smell of fish and chips coming in here. It's actually not that bad in here. Oh, it's crowded up by the dragon as a lot of people are posing for their picture. But not too bad. Still definitely going to be one of the busier areas, one of the more popular attractions as well. So if you want to experience Escape from Gringotts, that goes for really all of the Harry Potter attractions. Just be prepared. Those are going to have longer wait times. I believe it was 90 minutes when I came in today for Diagon Alley or for Gringotts. So it's still very manageable, 90 minutes. If you have a whole day here at the park, plenty of time to experience everything you want to experience. Well, maybe not everything. Between rides and shows and food and all of that. That's a lot. But check off all the big ones. This is as good a time as any also to mention that if you want to start planning a Universal Orlando resort vacation, head to d2travel.com or send us an email at info@d2travel.com. We can start planning that for you today. By the way, theme park tip. Don't walk where there are puddles unless you want to get wet. Because this will spit on you. All right, we got some more light trusses out here on the other side of London. You can see on the end of the bridge there. Ooh, and the smell coming from that booth. Another pro tip, actually. If you want a satisfying snack, the jacket potato over here. I mean, I guess it's not so much a snack anymore. It's $10.49, so it's just basically a meal. Just a loaded baked potato, and it is delicious. Let's come this way towards the Fear Factor stage. I haven't seen it or heard of anything happening over here, but we can probably assume that this stage will be used for Halloween Horror Nights for another show. Doesn't look like there's much happening back here right now, though. Give it about 2, maybe 3 weeks, and typically you can hear rehearsals, or at least some sort of, what's the word I'm looking for? Not practice, but rehearsal is probably still the right word, just for like lighting and music and that sort of thing. You can hear that going on out here and kind of get an idea of what's happening. Nothing happening just yet, though. So we come up towards Men in Black Alien Attack. Typically, you would find another Halloween Horror Nights house back here in one of the tents. Doesn't look like that's going to be the case this year. It looks like we're still going to have 10 houses, but in different locations. So I'm really interested to see how they set things up this year. I should say most of the houses will probably still be in the same locations, but some things shifted a little bit. All right, we've made our way back to Men in Black Alien Attack. This is currently posted at a delay. There you go. The Men in Black Alien Attack is down right now, which would account for some of the other wait times being a little bit longer. I actually, when I came in, this was a 70-minute wait, which is much longer than you would typically see it. But when that opens it back up, it'll lower some of the other wait times, most likely. Now we're going to turn the corner and head into Springfield. Yeah, like I said, Rob, the wait times are a little bit high today. Although also some weird ones, like for example, the wait times over at Islands of Adventure. Velocicoaster was an hour, which is pretty average, but Incredible Hulk Coaster was 100 minutes. So, you know, I mean, it's going to change throughout the day. You'll have your windows where you can jump on a shorter wait time. The Simpsons ride currently 55 minutes, which is probably only a little bit longer than average for that. But again, if you're planning a trip for mid-July, even into August, you know, just prepare for some crowds. It's going to be a busier time of year. Summer vacation, of course. Excuse me. All right, so Sharon says, love the ET attraction. We'll head over there, see what that looks like. Although I think when I came in, it was 60 minutes for ET, which is longer than normal. Corey says 70 minutes in Men in Black air conditioning probably isn't too bad. But yeah, 100% agree with you on that one. Especially if you go single rider over there, which you wouldn't wait 70 minutes then. But the air conditioning in that single rider hallway that you enter into, oh, that's the best in the park. So on a hot day, another pro tip, head into Men in Black single rider. Not much of a wait over here at Duff Gardens right now. We're only about a little over a month away from being able to get Dufftoberfest again, which of course I can't wait for. Looks like there's some space in Moe's. These smells of fast food Boulevard are getting me right now. John says single rider hallway is like a commercial freezer. It is. It's not only that it's like the temperature is so low, but also it's just like a wind tunnel. So it just immediately cools you off. Ooh, there is a queue out here for Fast Food Boulevard, and you will see this on busier days. So if you plan to eat at Krusty Burger or Cletus's Chicken Shack, be prepared. There's probably going to be a queue out here like this. It does get busy in there. It's definitely the most popular quick service location in this park. Oh, we got some baby ducks running around over here. Yeah, I am. The reason I moved quickly past Fast Food Boulevard, John. Trying not to let that smell draw me in. All right, we're making a left over here towards ET Adventure. See what the wait time is for that. But then also, there's some new stuff over in this area of the park we'll take a look at in just a second. And yeah, John with another point about Fast Food Boulevard. It's, in fairness, the only food court in Universal Studios Florida. So that's why it's the most popular option. There are a lot of options within that area. You can get burgers, pizza, chicken, salads, a lot of different choices in there. And Rob with a really good point. Mobile ordering is key if you can do it anywhere. The app, the Universal Orlando app, allows you to mobile order from various locations throughout both parks and on City Walk in some cases. And post up here for just a second. Only 20-minute wait for ET Adventure. That's not bad at all. There you go. Rob says at Burger Digs, he used the online ordering and mobile ordering, I should say, and saved a bunch of time. It was a 30-minute wait, or it was an all inside queue, and he waited 30 minutes instead of standing in line all that time to use the mobile order. And yes, you can get your AP discount using mobile order as well. All right, so the new addition to this area of the park over here, with that, those construction walls over by Monsters Cafe where we saw all the Minion stuff, they had to move a meet and greet. You used to be able to meet Shrek and Donkey over there, and previously Fiona as well, although I haven't heard anything about Fiona coming over here. But they have created a new meet and greet area for Shrek and Donkey. You can see Shrek's Swamp Meat here. You can see there's a big door there where Shrek can come out, and then you got Donkey's window. So you can see some guests waiting over here for the Shrek and Donkey meet and greet. And then that's right next to the DreamWorks destination, where you'll go and meet some of your other favorite DreamWorks characters. You can see there's a queue built up here for Shrek and Donkey. So be prepared to wait a little bit if you want to meet them, but it's a meet and greet, so it'll go pretty quickly. So yeah, I love that they did this. I like themed the whole building and everything. It looks so good. This very easily could have just been, you know, stick a character out here somewhere, but they did an awesome job theming this whole thing. Putting a nice sign up here in front. Very cool. All right, so I know Sharon is a fan of E.T. Adventure. What about everyone else? Favorite attraction in this park? It's actually a hard choice for me. I'm not even sure what my own answer is, especially right now with Mummy being closed, and you know we're unsure of what it's going to be like when it reopens. I don't really know what my choice is. I will say the one that I experience most often is Men in Black Alien Attack. Corey says the Mummy, which, yeah, is probably mine too. But again, not sure what it's going to look like when it reopens. So I'm excited to see it. Again, summer at some point. That's all we know is going to open this summer. We're about halfway through it now, so. I wouldn't be surprised if they wait to open it until right around Halloween Horror Nights. Kind of add a little bonus there. Rob says Minions, and I'm not entirely sure if I believe that's his legitimate answer. The thing about this park is, well, first of all, I will say I find myself hanging out in this park much more often than any other park. I love the vibe of the whole park itself. The attractions, while I love so many of them, I don't think there's any one that really truly stands out. You got so many great ones, like, I mean, Men in Black Alien Attack, you got Transformers, you got Revenge of the Mummy, you got Escape from Gringotts, and then there's the shows. Horror Makeup Show is my favorite show in any park. The Born Stuntacular is incredible. It's so hard to just pick a favorite. Oh, we got some other answers here. Sharon says, I like oldies like Jaws and Old King Kong. Excuse me. Jaws and Old King Kong. Always enjoyed walking through the Lucy Museum. I 100% miss Jaws. That is one of my favorite attractions of all time. John says, based on marketing, Mummy will open before the Maroon 5 after hours event, which I believe is in August, correct? I don't remember the exact date, but I do remember hearing about that coming late summer. So looks like we should have Mummy before that. Rob goes nuts for DreamWorks Dance Party or whatever it's called. The DreamWorks destination, which we just saw a little bit ago. I haven't gotten a chance to see myself yet, actually. By the way, these SpongeBob characters are out here right now. The Superstar Parade is no longer a thing here at Universal Studios Florida, but these characters still come out. There's Squidward right over there. They still come out. You can see them roller skating around. And not just the SpongeBob characters. You'll see the Dora the Explorer characters. You'll see the Secret Life of Pets characters, Despicable Me characters. They still come out to this area here and meet and greet with guests, which is a lot of fun. Oh, John says last weekend of August for the Maroon 5 After Hours event, which your Destination to Travel agent can fill you in on too if you were planning a trip for that time. Sharon says Earthquake was fun too. I only got to experience Earthquake once, and then it became Disaster, which I did a bunch of times. Loved both of them. Okay, so Rob says, listening to Harry Potter audiobooks lately, and would say that Gringotts does not get the credit it deserves. I totally agree. I love Gringotts. I think it's a great attraction. I just think that people have set the bar so high that it kind of, I don't know, falls short of expectations, I guess. I do think Forbidden Journey is a little bit better, but I love Gringotts too. Great attraction. And then Rob also says, shout out to the Horror Makeup Show. Like I said, my favorite stage show anywhere. Patrick Starr on his boat over there. I'm going to try and come around and get a better angle. Oh, looks like Patrick's driving away. Let's go watch them go back in. Get a little mini parade here. There goes Squidward. Very cool. Sharon says, had a fun experience years ago. I got to be in a scene while they filmed a show. Oh, the TV show Coach. Oh, cool. Such a blast. Rob says, where's Mrs. Puff to help Patrick? He had a driver. Don't worry, they don't trust Patrick to drive. All right, so from SpongeBob to essentially the exact same thing, we have some Halloween Horror Nights props over here in Hollywood. And this was really unexpected. I had seen some light trusses and stuff going up. Like usually you'll see also some lighting up on the top of the buildings, things like that at this time of year. This seems pretty early for some of the props to actually be out, but you can see we have some scare zone work happening over here in Hollywood, which got me very excited. We even have the sign, pardon our dust. We are in the process of transforming our park for Universal Orlando's Halloween Horror Nights. September 2nd, cannot get here soon enough. That is the opening night of Halloween Horror Nights. Cannot wait. Probably my favorite day of the year, every year. So looking forward to it. And this is actually not even it. There's still more on the other side over here. And this is different for the Hollywood area. So to explain a little bit, they'll do 10 houses and 5 scare zones for Halloween Horror Nights. At least in recent years, those are the numbers. And Hollywood Boulevard over here is always one of the scare zones. You'll have one over in Central Park. You'll have one in New York. Typically one in San Francisco. And then one in Production Central, the main drag as you're entering the park. And this kind of prop is different for the Hollywood area. Usually you'll see these large, we call them boo holes, where the scare actors will hide and pop out of. Usually you'll see these kinds of props over in the Central Park area, which again is right back there in between all those trees. Hollywood is usually more so stages and things like that, where the scare actors are pretty much, right out in plain sight. This is different. I'm really excited. Obviously, these props are pretty vague. We don't know exactly what we're going to see here for this scare zone. I'm getting some gothic sort of Dracula, Universal Monsters vibes, but would kind of be weird for that to be over here in Hollywood. Oh, I guess there's the fit right there. It's Hollywood. But the Universal Monsters house is rumored to be back over towards the New York area, so we're not sure just yet what this will be. Let's see here. Corey says, I am so ready for the fog. That's how Corey is a real Halloween Horror Nights fan. We will tell each other, see you in the fog. Oh, there's Shaggy, just emerging out of nowhere over there. By himself, though. That's odd. Don't see the rest of the Scooby gang. Let's see. Oh, very cool. Steven has 98 days until 26th of October. My first time to come to Florida for the very first time from the United Kingdom. That is very exciting. Are you coming to Halloween Horror Nights? October 26th, you're right before Halloween. Any wild predictions on what the scare zone will be based off these very few decorations? Yeah, like I said, Universal Monster vibes. If not that, they've done gothic themed things in the past. You guys can see the guy wearing a Halloween Horror Nights shirt just came up and hugged the props over here. Oh, good point from John. With no Superstar Parade, now they can do these bigger props, especially out earlier in the year over in the Hollywood area. Makes sense because this is part of the Hollywood Parade, or the Hollywood Parade, the Superstar Parade loop, but again, no parade anymore here. Also, good guess with the vampires. Thank you. So I'm really curious to see what this actually is. We know Dracula will have a role in a house, so we will see. And then right here at the Five and Dime, which is also the Born Stuntacular gift shop these days. The guy hugging the props is my spirit animal. We have merchandise for Halloween Horror Nights in here, which we have, let's see, the ornaments specific to the houses that have been announced. So here is the Blumhouse ornament. We'll find Freaky and the Black Phone, 2 recent Blumhouse films. You've got your Michael Myers Halloween ornament. And you'll find t-shirts as well. I don't see the rest of the house merchandise. Maybe they sold out of it. Also, Spider-Man, kind of out of place. Lots of monsters and Spider-Man. Let's see, any of the other, you can see some more of the classic Monsters merch that we saw over in the Tribute Store. The Monster Tribute Store, not the summer one. But I don't see the other houses. But don't worry. If you're coming for Halloween Horror Nights and you want to pick up the specific house merchandise, it'll all be back. They'll have the whole Halloween Horror Nights Tribute Store, as well as merchandise spread throughout both parks and City Walk. So you'll have plenty of opportunities to pick all of it up. All right, so we are just about done for today. We have almost completed our lap around the park. Couple more stores I'm going to pop into, though. One is the Hello Kitty store, which then extends over into Betty Boop, and I saw some cool stuff in there that I hadn't seen before, so we're going to take a look at that, and then we'll end over in the Universal Studios store. We got the Born Stuntacular to my left, that I pointed out earlier. Awesome show. I know there are people that come to the parks and are like, I don't care about shows, I want to do thrill rides, and I totally get that. There are some amazing thrill rides here, but try and work in the Born Stuntacular. It is fantastic. So this is one of the entrances before I head into the Hello Kitty store. This is, typically at least, an entrance to one of the Horror Nights houses. I think it's kind of fitting that they put Psycho out here. Not saying this is going to be a Psycho house. I don't think that's the case at all. But it would be kind of funny. You know, you got Psycho, or, you know, it could be Animal House. Let's get an Animal House Halloween Horror Nights house. All right, let's head to the Hello Kitty store. Popped in here before. I love that they have Hello Kitty themed merchandise for classic Universal movies like Jaws, like E.T. You got this awesome Hello Kitty Fast and the Furious shirt. You got Back to the Future over here. Excuse me. So I did come over here before, and I had to point out a lot of new Marvel merchandise. So this new Spider-Man bag, it's from Loungefly, and another one here. And I really like this Spider-Man cupcake bag too. That is $79. Then also, Roosevelt's recently released some Spider-Man shirts. So this is a kid's size one here. They do have adult sizes in these designs as well, with Miles Morales swinging around on there. There's a black one here too. Now all of these, well, the kids ones are $45. And then there's adult sizes, like I said. But in the adult sizes, we also have this Venom one. And I am probably going to have to pick this up for myself at some point. And the adult sizes are $70. This is awesome. And we got some more new Spider-Man stuff on the wall as well.
Oh, look at this one. Look at Sabra, look.
And then across the way, I didn't see anything new over here, but you got your Harry Potter stuff here. I believe these have all been here for a little while now. But I do love this design on this Loungefly, this Diagon Alley Loungefly here. And then this one's really cool as well. All right, let's pop back outside. We'll make our way over to the Universal Studios store. Sharon says, this was such fun. Appreciate the tour. Thank you, Sharon. Thanks for joining us today. And for anyone who's new, by the way, we do these once a week, for the most part, sometimes two. Sometimes we take a little bit of a longer break. But we have a lot of new content going up on our YouTube channel, as well as our Instagram. Be sure to follow us everywhere. Follow, like, subscribe, ring that bell and notifications when we're going live. But we do these live videos from the parks once a week. So be sure to check us out. And then, of course, if you want to start planning a trip, you can head to d2travel.com or send us an email at info@d2travel.com, and we can start helping you out with that today. Let's pop in here. Saw some new Jurassic World Dominion merchandise, like this T-Rex shirt over here. There's another one here. I still have not seen Jurassic World Dominion, and at this point, we'll probably be waiting until I can stream it at home. I like this one. Nice and simple. I'm not a big fan of ringer tees, but I could deal with that. A dinosaur fight ring. What do we have on the back here? Oh, okay. Not quite as simple as I thought. The Allosaurus versus the Carnosaurus. We got a lot of Jurassic Park merchandise as opposed to the Jurassic World merchandise. Still love this jacket. It's been here forever. I'll get it eventually. You got your Mr. DNA stuff over here. Mr. DNA hoodie I haven't seen before. And then coming over into the Harry Potter section, we got some Fantastic Beasts. Excuse me. Fantastic Beasts water bottle here. Fantastic Beasts t-shirts that is incredibly soft. And then I saw these new Harry Potter t-shirts here too. You got this Diagon Alley one. It's like almost like a tourism bureau sort of thing. Visit Diagon Alley. And then you've got Hogsmeade as well. You have water bottles for those designs as well. Here's the Diagon Alley and the Hogsmeade. Really cool. Yeah, I think that's all the new stuff I saw. You can see some of the Marvel stuff is over here as well. There's that Spider-Man bag we're looking at. So always keep in mind if you see something in one of the shops and maybe they don't have your size or something like that, you can always head over to the Universal Studios store and you'll probably find most of what you're looking for. Still have the E.T. like vintage collection over here. Like that glass. Oh, this is actually the E.T. 40th anniversary glass, which is really cool. And then you got E.T. Back to the Future and Jaws on this t-shirt, as well as a tank top. You got the E.T. Jaws Back to the Future. I think this is Roosevelt's. Oh no, it might just be Universal. Yeah, it's just a Universal shirt. So this is a good example of the kind of thing that you would find on the Universal's online shop. Oh, and here's that Jaws hoodie again. Very cool. All right, let's head out of the store and we will wrap things up outside here. So thank you guys again for joining me on a walk around Universal Studios Florida. Hope you enjoyed a little escape to the park today. Sharon, I didn't see the Amityville shirt. I was keeping an eye out for that one, but they had plenty of them in the tribute store, and I would imagine probably have them stocked elsewhere as well. So if you're getting out here anytime soon, you can head over to the tribute store, which will probably take us into about mid-August. And then they'll do a quick turnaround and turn it into the Halloween Horror Nights tribute store. Hi, Lori. Thanks for watching. And thanks again, everyone. Again, we'll be back at some point next week. Keep an eye out for an announcement for our next video. Be sure to like, follow, subscribe. We have, again, a ton of content coming your way that I will talk more about next week. Lots of fun stuff coming. And then one more time, if you want to plan a trip out here to Universal Orlando Resort, head to d2travel.com or send us an email at info@d2travel.com. We can start planning that for you today. Otherwise, thank you guys so much for joining me, and I will see you next week. Bye, everyone.